It is what it is, guys. Slice of life. This is real talk. I just had myself a little cry. I'm eating the beans that Margie made for breakfast. Mind you, I don't know what time it is. I think it's like noon. Or it's son las 11. Creo. I'm looking myself up because I'm like, what should I watch? Because I was watching Mrs. Doubtfire before I had my cry. And I'm like, I think I'm over it because like I just watched Mrs. Doubtfire. Mind you, I'm supposed to be editing, but like I really have to eat. And I'm like watching my own vlog. That's why I posted my story. And I'm like, let's watch a different vlog. I'm like, let's watch the one that like you just posted, the 5 minutes one. The 5-minute one, that being Julia Roberts. I wish I could turn this around. I'm not very good at like doing this, you know what I mean? Again, when have I ever cared? I'm in a mood. I'm in a little bit of a mood, but I felt the need to like edit a little bit because like you gotta be real. I'm really on tired time. But I have some thoughts I wanna say. Mind you, this has been really interesting. This is the shit that like I haven't talked about. It's cause like, you know what I mean. Shout out to Beans. Beans from Even Stevens. Shout out to him. Shout out to Frijoles. Shout out to the Frijol. Because she's always been that girl. And I've always known since I was a young girl. I have 22 subscribers right now, dude. Mind you, how do I show this? You know what I mean? Ugh. I can't see shit. Okay, well, whatever. You get the vibes. I'm a life path 22. So I do think it's very sweet that I have 22 subscribers at the moment. I'm a life path 22. I need to look up the meaning of that real quick. But from what I remember, I got this tattoo. Here we go. Story time. I guess this is what needs to come out. I got this tattoo. This was my first tattoo, the 22. I got this during the pandemic in December. It was like near my sister's birthday. Like I have mentioned, I had sex the first time. I always say this, and it's like crazy work, but it just is what it is. It's because that was a very pivotal moment for me. So like that's why it's like, you know, the dark ages. Well, the pandemic would have been the dark ages, regardless, mind you. But yeah, I had sex in March 2020, or maybe February. Actually, it was February, like the very end of February, and then the beginning of March was like when the pandemic was in my realm. Was in a part of my reality. And so by December, I'm losing my mind because a lot of shit had gone down at work. And I don't know if I started therapy at this time. If I had just started or I was going to, I can't remember because it really is dark, so I really can't fully remember. But I got this tattoo. Mind you, it's crooked now that I really look at it. The second two was crooked. And I don't care. I remember like kind of like really caring at the time because I got it very last minute with my sister. Because, okay, so she's a life path 11 and I'm a life path 22. And it's just like I knew, you know, like I was like, I've always wanted a tattoo. I was like, I'm going to get a tattoo. I've always known. But I was like, if I'm going to get something, like it has to have a meaning. Like it just has to. And like during this time, I'm really losing my fucking mind. I always say that because I don't want to get into like the nitty gritty because like I guess I'm saving it for the book. I'm going to keep talking about it. You know what I mean? Because like it all is what it is. It's all coming together. Some people enjoy books. Some people don't. But like it's because like I have to be very careful because of like privacy reasons and clients and stuff like that. And also because I haven't fully processed it myself. Like I've never said this. I have said this out loud. But like to say it on the channel, like I want to choose my words carefully. But I also don't want to overthink it. So like, yeah, it's just that I always allude to this and I don't say it. So I guess I need to say it now. But it's because this shit hurts. It hurts real fucking bad. I'm going to try to keep it brief because I have a lot of vlogs to edit in the storage. I always say that. It's an excuse. How do I say this? Because it's time to say it on the channel. I have told this story to a lot of people in my life. And it's like, it's time to say it in a way where now it fucking matters. Because now people are listening. And I saw 444 as I said that. So let me take my time. Let me get comfortable. Because this shit hurts. And it's the first time that I'm going to say it to an audience. Southern California, following the Temblor Range. Damn, so I could see that myself in real life. It's crazy. As I'm driving on the California freeways all the time, I'm like, damn, this shit's beautiful. I'm like, California's beautiful, you guys. That's why people move here. I get it. And the people that drive fast as fuck out here, y'all are ruining the fucking vibe. And I know you're from New York or wherever the fuck, or Utah. Like, I see the license plates and I'm like, slow the fuck down. Like, it really pisses me off. Anyways. In my first job, I always knew, again, like how I said, I didn't want to work directly with kids because I knew that there was the potential to get hurt. I knew that seeing a child get hurt was gonna hurt me. And that's what happened. My worst fear came true in this little girl. I wish I could say her name, but I'm not gonna say it. I was working with this family, because I said it before, licensed specialist. I was a licensed specialist. I was working with families. At this point, I was like initials and ongoing. So I licensed this family. And then I felt betrayed by the entire family. Let me choose my words carefully. By the couple. The mom and the dad. That's why it triggered the fuck out of me. And it makes sense. It's making a lot of sense. But I felt betrayed. Obviously, I don't know this at the time. All I know is that it's a lot of shit that's coming up. So in retrospect, I can say that now. That I felt betrayed by this woman who I really enjoyed working with, who I really liked, who I respected, who I kind of looked up to because she was doing it. She was a stepmom. She had married this man. Mi gente Latino. There were so many things. And the husband I didn't really know that well. And maybe that was my fault. But then here's the thing, is that I don't, because it was like a decision that I made, like how I always reference, like with the Epstein files and stuff, where I was like, I'm not going to blame myself for the cruelty of man anymore. The raping of children, the abuse of children, I'm not the one doing it. That's why it was like a whole thing where I'm like, I'm not taking the blame because I'm not the one fucking doing it. After this thing happened at work, I blamed myself for a long time. That's why I was stuck for so long. And I felt so guilty. I was like, I can't leave. Even though I did leave that agency because I just had to. I needed space from it. Because this is what happened. That whole day. Should I get into it? I guess I need to. I haven't finished my beans, mind you. That day that we get the call, that we get the report, that we find out that something happened, it just was a perfect storm. My coworker, she was on vacation. My supervisor was on vacation. And I had to be the one to find like another home, because you have to relocate, like obviously you have to relocate this girl like immediately. Like she needs to get out of the home because she shared this thing with us, and obviously I believe her. As an agency, you gotta do all the things, but in that moment I believe her because I'm like, she wouldn't fucking lie about this. So that happens despite what other people want to think. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I believe this girl. I do. And I have to find another home for her. Fast as fuck. I'm home alone because I'm working from home. And I remember I was like, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. But I was like, no, I can't. Because like I gotta call these people and I gotta see like who can take her in, like emergency. And we do it. I go pick her up because I never thought about this. I never thought that like maybe I don't remember exactly what happens, but her case manager like couldn't do it. It's like this whole thing of like nobody wants to be the one to do it. But you know what? In retrospect, I'm glad it was me. I've never said this. I don't even think I said this to my therapist. Or maybe I did. I'm processing it in real time. But I am the one that goes to pick her up, and I'm gonna go drop her off with this other family. And we trust this family. We trust this man because he's been doing foster care for years, and he is a good man. I always trusted him. He reminds me of my father. And I'm like, fuck. Because, like, what do I say? There's a language barrier. Like, I've been very honest about the Spanish. I'm not good at it. It's a whole thing. And I'm like, I don't have the words. I don't know what to say. Like, this just happened. So, like, we're not gonna get into it. I just don't know what to say to this girl. But all I think about is, like how I said, is like, all I care about is that she knows that I believe her. And I hope, and she probably did, that she felt it in that moment. I hope she did. Because I don't say much to her. I don't remember what I don't even remember, like, going into the house. I don't remember. And I don't remember seeing the family. Because I didn't care about that. I just cared about getting her out of there. But yeah, I tried for her. My chest hurts, my heart hurts. Just thinking about it. Because I did that shit. I did it, and I did it alone. I did it as a, how old was I? This was in 2020. So, I don't want to do the fucking math. 23. Anyways, I was always afraid of that happening. And it happened. At the end of the work day, we have, what was the word? We have a meeting, but it was like a specific word that I'm forgetting. A debrief. Because, like, you have to. You know what I mean? You're in social work. Like, you know shit is real. You gotta check in. And I break down in the meeting. Because, again, another one of my worst fears. I'm like, I have to hold it. But I was like, finally. Like, the day is done. This girl is safe. I need to talk about what just happened. And I cry. And the supervisors in the meeting are really kind. They're really nice. They say all the things that I need to hear in that moment. But it's like this thing of like, you gotta wait for your supervisor to come back. Because there's like the expectation of like, you're gonna talk to her. Because she's your supervisor. But then when my supervisor comes back, it's also that thing too of like, I'm, like, you know, like, it's just not appropriate. Like, you gotta talk to a therapist. Because it's a lot. It's a lot of shit there. And that's not my supervisor's job. So then I start the therapy and it starts the whole thing. And my therapist tells me, she's like, a lot of people when they start therapy, they come in when they're in a crisis. And I was like, damn, I'm in a crisis? But like, I am. Because it fucks me up. It turns my world upside down. Like, it's just so many things that I don't understand at the time. I really needed inner child healing. And in the very beginning, when I started therapy, my therapist told me that too. Because I was like explaining. Obviously, I did tell her. I did share things with my therapist. And she was the one that told me that I was like a mama bear. That I was very protective. Because I just kept telling, like, I was so angry that this happened. I was very angry. Almost like, not even like, almost with like, I don't know what to call him, with the man. Because it was almost like it didn't surprise me. Where I was like, well, what should I have expected? Like, not really, because I never saw this coming from him.
There's a lot of anger there that I need to process. I don't want to get into it because my head already fucking hurts. But with the mom, I was like, that was where my pain was really focused at the time, because I was like, I just can't believe that you're choosing him, that you're choosing to believe him, that you're doing all this stuff. And my therapist did explain to me, like, now they have a trauma bond. It's like a whole thing. They're choosing to not see it for what it is. It was so many things that pissed me off, because with this child, people already looked at her a certain way. And I was like, I don't see that. You know? People always... I don't know how to put this into words. But you know, people look at a young girl and they will say shit about her. It's a bunch of stuff. Like, we are always getting projections, mirroring, stuff like that. But especially a young girl. She's been through a lot. She's literally a refugee. She's an unaccompanied minor. She's all alone in this country. She literally has no one. Who knows what the fuck she's been through. So that shit pisses me off. Because I remember thinking that at the time. I'm like, this is the last fucking thing that she needed. She didn't need this. She didn't deserve that. And I hated certain things afterwards that pissed me off. It just pissed me off. But yeah, it was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff that happened. I'm exhausted. I really need to blow my nose. Me in therapy as fuck. I didn't even like blowing my nose in front of... Mind you, I did record a vlog the other day that's not getting posted until later where I like literally blew my nose into like a wrapper of a Band-Aid. I'm gonna blow my nose on camera, you guys. Don't like pause it or whatever. I'm doing this to get listen and shame. You know how I say? Excuse me, mind you. It's because like I always hated blowing my nose in front of my therapist. So now I'm gonna do it now. Blow my nose on YouTube, then I can do it forever. My sister hates the sound of blowing noses. The disclaimer. Look at the disclaimer. If you don't like it, fast forward like 30 seconds. Okay, got it. It's because I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, no es la gran cosa. Like, I'm just blowing my nose. I've always felt this way. And low-key because of my sister as fuck. Because she hates the sound. And I'm like, I'm blowing my nose. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it there. Because that was a lot. That was a big one. Like I said, that's what therapy looks like. That might be the title of the video. We'll find out. I have to finish editing. I have to finish eating and then editing. Mind you, there's a fly. It's just, I never thought I was going to share this on YouTube. I never thought I was all of these things I just had this moment earlier. That's like part of why I was crying. Because I'm like, I didn't, it's this thing. You just... When your dreams come true, it's almost like I didn't know this was going to happen. Like, I didn't know. I just didn't know. But it does. And then you're like, wow. And it just makes sense. Because, like, as a woman, you're like, that's why I had these desires. That's why I felt so stuck. Because, like, those desires are your body's way of trying to get you towards that life that you want, towards those dreams. You just got to let yourself. You know what I mean? And now, okay, let me be sincere for a second because I joke around a lot. But, like, I hope you guys know, if you haven't figured it out now, that's all, like, that's why I'm posting this. That's why I'm on YouTube. Because, like, how I have said this before, too. But, like, I'm serious. I'm dead ass. So, the people in my life, the people that are watching me and are supporting me, so you can see that this is what it looks like when you are living your dream life. You may not fully get it yet. You know what I mean? But it's like, or you might not see what I'm seeing, but I'm living it, okay? So it's like, I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you through my vulnerability, through letting go of the shame of so many things, because I know this is how people are. This is the reasons why I held back for so long, why I was never myself, because I saw it and I felt it from other people, and I was like, oof, I'm like, everyone's holding back and all of these things, and I'm like, enough is enough. Like, I'm done doing it for myself. I hope that what you get from this channel is the strength within yourself that you already have to do the shit that you want to do. You know what I mean? Because like how I said, it's gonna look different for everybody. Everybody has their dreams. Everybody has their, I don't really like the word goals, but your goals. Like, everybody has the shit that their desires. Everybody has their desires, and they're never going to come to fruition if you don't push yourself, if you don't follow your dreams, if you don't do the thing that you're so afraid to do. That's another thing. Courtney Cho, I follow her on Instagram, and she was the one that really got it into my mind, because she was like posting that on her stories a lot, of like, there's like this one in particular that I always think about, of like, on the other side of fear is like everything that you ever wanted. It's kind of like something like that. If I could find it, it'll be kind of hard to find it, but like, I've really understood this. I've talked about sex a lot, but like, I realized that when it came to like, you know, orgasms and stuff, of like, you are so, I'm talking to myself, I was so afraid to go there. But that's all I want. All I want is to go there. I want to go there. But I'm never going to get there. I'm never going to get the thing. I'm never going to get the pleasure if I don't go there. You have to go there. You have to go there. You just have to. You have to go there. Sorry. It's just sucks to suck, but it's not sucks to suck. It just sucks to hear. It sucks to hear because you're like, ugh, like that thing I don't want to do, I got to do it. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you guys, it's fucking worth it. It is. It is. And like, maybe you don't fully see it yet because of, you know, but you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it, and your jaw is gonna drop. All right, bingo and bango. I'm hungry again. Let's finish these beans, and then let's finish, if it's still there, my, what did I get? I got a pita wrap yesterday when I was in Irvine, California yesterday. Mind you, not me saying Irvine, California, but like, I had a great day yesterday, and I didn't vlog it because I didn't want to, and I was like, you know what, this is my day off. I had a great day with Haiti yesterday. Love you, Haiti. But yeah, we went to this Mediterranean restaurant I've been craving, and it was fucking good, you guys. Can't wait to go back. All right, bye.